Yo, what's going on, peeps? Back with another vid. We have the Spurs v Chelsea League Cup review. Chelsea 2, Spurs nil, in case you didn't know. And boy, oh boy, are we in the mud. That first half, I'm gonna try not to swear, but that first half was disgraceful. I don't even think that's even, I don't think that word's even good enough to use, but we're gonna roll with that. We will say disgraceful. Make sure you like and subscribe. But disgraceful first half. Two soft goals from Tanganga, and this is karma because Conte refuses to play Roden. At this point, don't even put him on the bench because you really and truly are just taking the mick now. How can this guy not get minutes? What is he doing in training that he does not get any time on the pitch? Because I see Emerson on the pitch every week and he is crap. Again today, not good enough. Second half we improved, he did not. And they took off Doherty, and I think they only took him off because he was really going to replace Royal. I'd rather you put Reguilon on that side or keep on Doherty and flip them. Put Doherty on the right where he played when he was at Wolves, and then Reggie on the left. I would have took that. No, he didn't. He took Doherty off. He weren't great, to be fair, but he did a lot better than Royal, and that should have been the change. And Ndombele came on. Fair, he didn't do too bad. Did look a little better when he came on, but not good enough. We had some shots at last, but again, a waste of the first half. Second half, better because it wasn't hard to beat the first half, but nothing really testing Kepa in goal apart from a Kane free kick, which was pretty easy anyway. He just made the meal out of it. But Tanganga giving the ball away, he can see Alonso's there, but it gives a poor pass to Royal, who, to be fair, couldn't really do much of it because it was away from him, and Alonso's come charging in. He's tried to kind of turn and roll the ball, but it did not work. Poor pass, ball into Havertz, takes a little shot, a little timid shot, and Sanchez tries to clear it, but it hits him, and the ball's in the net. People are trying to blame Sanchez. No, not for me. And second goal, again, pathetic. Summed up our performance in the first half. Tanganga again, instead of heading the ball out for a corner, because their corners, the Reese was just coming to catch them more time. But instead of heading it out for a corner, he decides to try and header it back into play, and it hits Ben Davis, and obviously inadvertently knocks it into the goal, and now he's got an own goal on his name, which he didn't deserve because Ben Davis was pretty decent. But the whole team, not good enough. Son, anonymous. Kane, holding on the ball too long. Passing, not great. Didn't really do anything. It was coming too deep. Lucas didn't really do much. Skip, probably one of his worst games. Højbjerg as well. No one really could stand the other people, and maybe I could say Sanchez, he had a good game. The Reese couldn't really do anything about the goals. And no, I'll probably say that's probably it. Goalkeeper, decent, and Sanchez. Can't think of nobody else that had a decent game. Skip, not great. The midfield was just poor. Attack was poor. Everything was just garbage. And I'm wearing my Grinch Christmas pajamas because that is how I feel after watching that Dyer performance. I must admit, speaking of Dyer, we missed Dyer today. I think he had COVID or whatever, they're waiting for some PCR results, whatever the case may be. but we missed Dyer. And for me, Roden had to come in because Tanganga's not looked good all season. Whether he's playing at right back or centre back, he just doesn't look the part for me. He will have one good game, two good games, and then 8 or 9 bad. And for me, that's not good enough. I've seen Roden come in, and when he's played, he's done well. But one game, and it wasn't even the whole game. It was one moment against Liverpool where he switched off, Mane's in and scores. But other than that, he's looked good. Apart from actually maybe the game against Enes Mora, I think it was them in one of the games. I believe we lost, and he did not look great. But again, the whole team looked poor. So what are you gonna do? Tanganga was the weak link, cost us the game. 2-0 first leg. Even if we were to score 2 goals in the return leg, I can't see us not conceding. So it's going to be a thing where we now have to score 3-4 goals or try and take it to extra time. And even then, Kepa, he's the penalty shootout king. So we've shot ourselves in the foot, giving away 2 soft goals. I saw the lineup, and again, when I saw the lineup, I knew already that it was going to be a long day when I saw Tanganga and Doherty in there with Reggie on the bench and Roden on the bench, who's an actual centre back. We got no Romero, obviously, and we have no Dyer. For me, you put a centre back in. He may say that he's not played, so he's not really ready, but if you put him in his natural position, he's going to be eager. He's not played. I believe he plays well. When he was thrown in before with Mourinho, done a solid job again, like I said, against Liverpool. And if I'm honest, if he's in or Dyer's in, those goals don't happen because I don't believe they're going to pass the ball to Emerson like that. They probably just clear the lines. And in terms of heading the ball into their own player, they're going to head it out for another corner rather than heading it in play. And they weren't going nowhere because there was no distance on the header anyway. So it's not like it was really going to travel anywhere. So he was just destined to fail. But poor full performance as a team. Again, the second half they tried. But they didn't try, they just steadied the ship and just at moments looked a little bit better. But our attacking players hardly saw the ball. And if Kane, Son, Lucas are not touching the ball in advanced areas, then goals are not coming. As simple as that. And that is why we have not scored today. And Conte needs to drill these men because that was not good enough. And how they didn't get booed at halftime is beyond me. This is a London derby. A London derby in a semi-final. We played them in finals before, cool. But I think twice. I think once we won, 2008, another one we lost. But it's a derby. You should be up for it. And it looks like Chelsea knew what it was and knew it was a derby, and they were on it from the whistle went. Within the first minute, Lukaku was in and set pace for the game. And our players still didn't respond for 45 minutes. Now let me tell you this. We've seen some Spurs teams not great, but I'll tell you this. When it was derby day, a lot of the time sometimes we will lose, but you see the man will put in a shift and make an attempt to go and win the game. Or at least have some pride. Today we didn't see it. And this is the kind of game that Eric Lamela thrives in. And this is why I don't know why we got rid of him. Because let me tell you something about him. People will say he's always injured, which he was. Sometimes holding the ball too long, he would. But I'll tell you this, when it comes to passion, he had it more than any of these men that I saw today. 1,000,000%. He probably would have got sent off. Sometimes his passion can be a bit too much and he gets a little bit fiery. But I think if he's there, probably get a goal because he's passionate and he's direct, and he can at times release the ball when he needs to. More times than not, he would do something. We didn't have that. Our midfield was dead. We had Højbjerg can't pass. Skip, just I don't know what he was doing. And wing backs, trash. And when we had the ball in advanced areas, we were just getting out muscled or just giving it away. And that is why we are now in this predicament where we've got a lot of work to do. We're not fully out of the tie, but for me, it ain't looking great. And if we play like that again, then the tie is definitely done, and we might as well just pack up shop at half time, get on the damn team bus, and just go home. Because what is the point? You're not even trying, you're not even playing at this point. So what's the point of even being there? When it's forfeit, you're not playing, so what's the point turning up? You're just there for vibes, and that's not what this is about. We need a trophy. It's been 13 long years, we've not had nothing. We need something, and we're still waiting. So I don't know, but again, Chelsea 2, Spurs 0 first leg. We go again next week, the 12th. Don't know what day it is, don't really care. Probably a Wednesday again. Not really, I'll be watching it, of course, but it is what it is. But I will be dropping a video tomorrow about players that need to get the hell out of there and what positions need addressing, and talking about maybe some of the players we're linked with. It's not really much, so little hearsay right now. It's nothing really concrete, so that's why I've not dropped nothing thus far. But definitely be doing a video about who needs to leave and what needs to be addressed. What I'll probably do is go through the team and say whether we stay or they go. I did do one before, but a few months have passed, so maybe some people will be going and some will be staying, who knows. We'll find out tomorrow, but I'm not even doing the player ratings because it'll be easy actually. Lloris 5, Sanchez 6. That's it, and it's only getting a 6 because even though when he fought, the ball hit him, bounced in the net. It is what it is. Can't get no more than that. We lost the game 2-0. So no one's getting no 8s and 9s, and the rest of them can hold a 1. Not good enough. But until the next video tomorrow, I'm getting out of there because I'm tired. Been at work, been up early o'clock. I'm going to de-stress, which means I'm going to play some PlayStation and then relax for the night. You lot enjoy your evening, stay safe. Until the next vid, I'm out of here. Peace.